What's going on, guys? It's me, Jiggly, and I'm back with another block spotlight mod tutorial. This one is on the Magma Crucible from Thermal Expansion. Let's get into this. Alright, guys, so yeah, the Magma Crucible. It's a really awesome piece of machinery, but yeah, first things first though, we gotta know how to craft it. So let's go ahead and take a peek at the crafting recipe. Magma Crucible is going to take leadstone energy cell frame at the top. It's going to be a machine frame depending on what kind you want to make. There's multiple variants. And nether brick, 2 Invar gears, and of course a redstone reception coil. As it takes power to use, it's always going to use a reception coil. This is a the Magma Crucible was from Thermal Expansion, and like all other thermal expansions, it's got the same GUI, user interface here. And you have energy, okay? This thing takes 400 RF per tick. This thing uses a lot of power, guys. A lot of power to do what it does, yeah. And I believe it's modifiable in the config file. But it can also store 1 million RF in its internal buffer, okay? A little information on it: turns solid materials into fluids. Very useful for building advanced devices. Keep away from small children and your pets. They always put humor in that. I'll give it up to Thermal Expansion's mod creators. Like all other augmentation, it does come with the standard 3, where you can automatically transfer out, Redstone Controls, and of course where you can configure the sides. You got your Redstone controller, which I always use it on disabled, totally up to you. And your configuration, so your input, you can put, cell batteries there. You got and your fluid here for what you're creating. Now we're going to go ahead and put it on orange. I'll leave it off though, just to show that it builds. And then what we're going to do is I'll show you. It's going to be able to go over to a tank. Now, depending on which mod you're using with tanks, of course, you can use different ones. But I'm using just the standard BC Buildcraft Factory tank, just for ease of purposes. And it's, I mean, everybody kind of knows what that one is usually. So, and of course down below we got our energy cell with our cryo flux duct. It's so beautiful. I love this in the clear glass from Extra Utilities. Yeah, let's make some destabilized redstone. It's pretty common, and of course we're using blocks. So let's just make one. It's gonna probably make 1,000 if I remember right. Of course it's gonna take a minute. So it's making destabilized redstone. It's gonna output it here. Boom. Nope, makes 900 MB. Close. You don't get the extra benefit of 100 MB for having it blocked. Some mods you do, but so let's go ahead and have that cook up. That's gonna fill up, and notice how like whatever it's making, that's what color it does. So if you make like the glowstone, it'll be yellow. Cryothelium, it'll turn that baby blue like that piping is. It's really cool. I'll give it up to these guys. They did a really good job. But this one allows you to pretty much make the liquids that's needed to make advanced structures. And you can see here kind of how it's turning and doing its thing. So now let's go ahead and turn this to orange. And boom. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look clean. I think it looks really cool. So, but it's just going to flow. It's just free flowing. This is just fluid conduit. Nothing pressurized or anything. And it's just flowing into the tank as it creates from the destabilized redstone stuff. So as soon as your tank would fill up, technically this thing would fill up. Where this is valuable is like if you have a fluid router distribution, you could have like multiple blocks coming in, and of course creating multiple different tanks, which would be super advanced kind of compared to just doing a block tutorial on the Magma Crucible. But some of the most important things is it uses a lot of RF, so make sure you have power for it. It does store up to 80,000 MB, so 80 buckets of fluid. You typically want to have it pipe out to a multiple or different tank, depending on what you do. Of course, you can bucket it from right there. Yeah, it allows you to create those advanced things in thermal expansion, guys. It is a really, really awesome block. Or the opposite way, if you're using Tinker's Construct, of course, you could, smelt your blocks that way as well, which uses magma. I would imagine, I believe Tinker's is more what's the word I'm looking for? A little cheaper. It's like energy wise and stuff. But yeah, the Magma Crucible is quick. It gets the job done. Thermal expansion has done a wonderful job with that. So as you can see, we have 9,000 MB, which equates to 9 redstone blocks, or wait, no, actually, yeah, no, 10, right? Yeah, 10 redstone blocks, because it is 9,000 MB. So we have 9 buckets of redstone, destabilized redstone, which you can use to also cool things. So totally up to you what you use it for, but essentially the Magma Crucible is how you get all your destabilized fluids, or your fluids crushed. Like I believe cobblestone, I could be wrong, but I believe it's either cobblestone or stone turns into lava. Let's just check. Let's go cobblestone. Boom. Yeah. Yep, it turns into lava. It just takes forever. It's going to turn into lava, and I doubt it'll do it here. But if you do have tinkers, you can make a tank, and you can have this input your fluids into it, and then you can have an export, of course, and store multiple fluids. That is another advantage. But yeah, cobblestone. You put a solid cobblestone block in there, bam, you got lava. Now it does take a lot of energy though, guys. It's not really effective unless you just really need lava, as it is to make a bucket and go find some. But yeah, it'll make lava. And the lava's stuck in the pipe, sadly, because there's nowhere for it to go. So that's it though. I hope this has been helpful, guys. I hope you learned something new with the Magma Crucible. It does make more than just lava or magma. It crushes all kinds of stuff. I have a link in the wiki that should outline some more stuff that you can use it for to create and make. But if not, there's a lot of tutorials on Google as far as how to do that. I'm showing you today how to craft it, how to use its initial functions, how to reconfigure it, and what you can briefly do with it. There is a lot more advanced ways to play with it, and maybe one day I will make a more advanced tutorial as far as like diverting it out and then using other mods and blocks to distribute to multiple different tanks. So who knows, maybe one day I will. But if this has been helpful, hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you share it with some friends and family if you need to, or some fellow Minecrafters, just in case they don't know what they're doing with it. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Take care.